though my soul's so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us on another Trust Vibes artist series. We are super excited today to have YSA, who is a singer from the Philippines. YSA was one of the people that entered our orgasmic chakra competition that Trust Vibes was doing. And YSA made it to the final round, was one of the selected few artists because what she entered was amazing. It was you were singing a song, your voice was incredible, and I don't think there was any question when we were looking at the entries that you were going to be in the final round. So thank you so much for being a part of the talent search, and it's great to have you.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Justin. Thank you for having me. I was really excited to join the competition because it's my first NFT Expo, actually.
So what made you decide to enter the NFT talent search?
Okay, so it was the last week of May, and I was on Twitter or Medium, I think, and I was searching for an art or design contest. And luckily, I found an article about the Orgasmic Chakra NFT Expo. The first plan was actually making and sending a digital artwork, but I lacked time because I suddenly got very busy back then. And fortunately, I remembered that any form of art was accepted. So I asked Sir RJ about it. He said I can sing any song. So I decided to send a video of me singing the song Rise Up because it was readily available at that moment.
So you're actually a digital artist as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's cool. How long have you been doing that?
I think I've been doing it since I was 16 years old, and now I'm 23.
Before we get into kind of the meat of the interview, I just want to do a quick lightning round. So there's no right or wrong answer. We're just getting to know you a little bit more. First question. What's your favorite food?
Oh, pork belly.
Pork belly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm not sure how healthy it is for you, but it's definitely good.
Yeah. How about you?
Me, I like tacos.
Oh, I love that too.
Yeah, the Mexican food is always my go-to. It's, it's
Yeah.
my kind of that soul food for me from back home in Texas. Do you believe in ghosts?
Kind of. I saw one when I was 6 years old. We went
Really?
to an abandoned house, and my friends left me there, and I saw it was my first time to see someone. No, actually, I don't think if it's someone.
Mhm.
There was a white person wearing a white dress, and her hair was all black. I just can't forget that moment. I swear.
This was in the house.
Yeah, an abandoned house in our village.
So your friends
Yeah,
abandoned you in an
yeah, they
abandoned
left me.
house.
Yeah, they were like playing a prank on me.
Oh,
Then I
fun.
came home running and crying to my mom saying that I saw a ghost, and yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's terrifying. All right. A place you've never been to, but you've always wanted to go.
Since I'm a fan of K drama, I really wanted to go to Korea.
Good food there. The food in Seoul.
Oh yeah.
If you could perform for anyone, who would it be?
I think I would perform in front of my late pastor. Actually, I'm kind of religious, and he died.
Mhm. Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
it was my wish to sing in front of him, but I never got the chance to.
Wow. Well, sorry to hear that. Condolences. Um, I mean, I'm sure in some way he's still able to hear you sing, obviously, because I mean, your voice. It, by the way, everybody that's watching this, go check out Issa's. I'm sure we'll have a link somewhere here to the clip that you sang, to the NFT, I imagine as well. Speaking of your voice, I'm going to get into the main interview now. When did you first start learning to sing?
Okay, so my mom told me that I started singing when I was 3 years old, and she told
Wow,
me that the first song I ever sang was "To Love You More" by Celine Dion. If you're familiar with it.
it's not an easy song to sing, I imagine.
Yeah, it was sung by Celine Dion. So 3 years later, that was when I was 6 years old.
Mhm.
I started joining local singing contests in school, inter-school competitions, church, in the city, but I never stepped on a national show or continued
Mhm.
joining an international competition where I should have flown to Europe, I think 2018.
Mhm.
Yeah, my grandparents just thought that it wasn't for me because of the difficulties I encountered when I was
Right.
younger, and I don't blame them.
That's good. It's great that you have such respect for your grandparents. Not all children probably would have had the same sentiments, I imagine. What other opportunities have you been able to take part of that were big and kind of changed the course of your career?
um, are you familiar with Wish 107.5? It's a popular radio station.
Okay, based in Manila or
Yeah, and they've gone international already. They've had a search talent last 2018,
Mhm.
and luckily I passed the audition. I got in, but I encountered really something bad, and that's what actually stopped me from joining other competitions. It
Okay.
was one of my hurdles. Do you know? Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah, I mean, if you're comfortable sharing that with me,
Okay,
sure.
okay, yeah. One of my biggest problems that I've encountered when singing was forgetting a line in my song.
Okay.
Yeah, staring at thousands of people while the music was running. You know, you could just see the disappointment in everyone's face,
Mhm.
especially with one of the judges because someone told me he was actually rooting for me. And then I don't think if I'm cursed, but I usually get sick right before the day of a
Mm.
contest. So I don't know why. Sometimes I ask if is singing meant for me. Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, stage fright's a common thing. I mean, a lot of professional performers that are incredibly talented and famous, they'll get some kind of anxiety before they go on stage every time. Um, and I think it's something that sometimes people figure out how to overcome that with time. You can't give up with it, I think, because there will be a day probably where all of a sudden that's gone. Do you know the comedian Bo Burnham?
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with him.
Who was a YouTuber that got really famous several years back from just he sings and he does this like kind of stand-up comedy with his songs and he sings a lot of funny songs. He's got three amazing specials also on Netflix. But
Wow.
he suffers from anxiety. And there was a span of all of a sudden out of nowhere, he couldn't go on stage. Like he had been performing live and he was doing a tour of the US and he just started getting these crazy anxiety attacks and everything. And for like a year, he couldn't perform because he was messed up from that. But one day he just kind of decided, I'm gonna go back out there and do this again, and he was able to kind of do it. So there's things there that you can overcome for sure. Is what I'm saying.
Hopefully, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a massive hurdle. I mean, again, nothing to be ashamed about because these things happen to the best of them. Where do you want to take this? Like, where do you want to take your singing? Or are you actually more focused on the art, the actual drawing, digital drawing?
Actually, I was focused on the art, graphic design,
Mm-hmm.
doing digital art, and when I saw this NFT expo, I was really glad that I can make use of my talent that I haven't been
Mm-hmm.
using so much.
Has this competition maybe sparked or reinvigorated your passion with
Yeah,
singing in any way?
definitely, definitely.
You definitely need to keep singing and making more music, I think.
Yes, I will.
Ha-
I will. And mhm.
Have you written like original songs before?
I have. I actually have, but they were never heard of since um I'm not I don't play any instrument, so and I didn't
Okay.
bother to ask someone to make an arrangement for my song because I didn't think it was good enough. But when I saw this competition and when Sir
Hmm.
RJ explained that music can be part of it too, the NFT space,
Hmm.
I was planning to take up piano or guitar lessons.
Was there ever a mentor for you? Somebody that gave you some really good advice?
Yes, my mom. She's actually singing too. She sings and she's very good in art too. And she inspired me to do all of these things. She didn't pressure me to do something that I didn't want.
Mhm.
And I'm just so happy that she's my mentor, my mom.
Was there any advice that she's given you that sticks out in your mind? Anything that she told you?
She told me that I just have to do my best. Don't be nervous because I really get nervous in
Hmm.
a lot of contests that I've been joining. And don't be nervous. If you don't get nervous, you will bring the best out of your talent. Like you're gonna do good,
Hmm.
and you won't have to worry that you're not good enough, something like that. And also, she said that. Okay, wait. I'm so sorry. I'm getting nervous. Oh my gosh.
don't don't
Wait,
get
wait. Okay.
nervous.
Mhm. Wait, let me breathe.
Breathe, take a moment.
Okay. She told me that we should not aim to be better than others, but we should always aim to be a better version of ourselves. We shouldn't look at others,
Mhm.
but ourselves only.
I think that's a good way to stay focused,
Mhm.
right? Because otherwise you've got all these, external influences coming in and distracting you from what you need to do.
Yes.
Your mom's a very smart woman. That's good advice, I think. Obviously, you've just now gotten back into music. Is
Mhm.
there something that you've thought about with regards to where you want to take the music? And also, obviously, you've been doing digital art for a long time. Do you have any goals set for where you want to go with that?
At first, when I was a bit younger, I wanted to have my own company of digital design. But
Mhm.
when I talked to Sir RJ, my perspective kind of changed. Since I didn't know that music was accepted in NFT space. Oh my gosh! Wait, I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
The NFT space and everything about it got me excited. Like Sir RJ told me that I can sing my song, mint it, then monetize it. It's like very easy without having to have a manager or worry about
Mhm.
people looking at you, especially if you're an introvert. NFT space is a very good start for those people who are kind of shy.
Yeah, because you're cutting out the middleman. You don't have to deal with a lot of the bureaucracy and red tape that comes with the entertainment industry, which there is obviously no shortage of. And by the way, for everybody listening, RJ is the founder, the creator of TrustWorks, of TrustVibes. For those who were like, "Who's this RJ guy?"
Yeah. I
Um,
forgot. I forgot to tell it.
is there any advice that you would give your younger self?
Yeah.
Again, your younger self, not being much younger than you are right now.
I would say to my younger self, since I think I have a talent, don't ever put it to waste. Don't be
Mm.
stagnant. I should take advantage of every opportunity. That's what I would say. Since I regret not, sometimes I regret listening to my grandparents that I shouldn't have taken this path, that I should take this path, something like that.
So sometimes is there a part of you that does regret not going to Europe
Yeah,
for that competition? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's okay to reflect back on, I guess, because it was a big moment for you, but also, I mean, there's going to be more opportunities. So you've always got to look forward.
I notice your voice is really good when speaking. Do you actually sing?
I do not sing. I don't think you want to hear me sing.
Really?
I cannot sing. I don't, yeah, no. I took some singing lessons for a few months, a few years back. But I was actually having to travel a lot for work. So I wasn't able to go to the singing lessons enough to actually get better. And I just stopped and I haven't done it again. And I'm told that I could be taught to sing. In 10 years, where do you see yourself?
I imagine myself singing on a stage in front of a lot of people, and I've already overcome my anxiety, and I'm not that shy anymore. And but at the same time, I want to stay low. Like I don't want to be boastful or something like an attitude that people won't like. I want to stay like a normal person.
I'm
I'm
sure you
sorry.
will. You seem no, you seem super nice and very well grounded, and I have no doubt that when you become famous, that you'll
Hopefully.
stay very grounded. Do you have any final words before I let you go?
To everyone who's watching, I want to say that once again, if you have a talent, don't waste every opportunity. And yeah, that's about it.
There you go, everybody watching Trust Vibes. You heard it from Issa herself. Don't waste those opportunities. Thank you very much, guys. And we'll catch y'all later. I've started doing this now as a sign-off
Okay.
thing. I don't know if it's working. I don't know if it's, what do
It's
you
working.
think?
It's working. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good.